One night at one show, I received 11 chocolate cakes. And it was local, so I took them home. And that is an argument that nobody in this building has ever had at 3 o'clock in the morning. Because you don't just walk into the house with 11 cakes. You make some noise, you know. And I walk in with the last 2 cakes, and my girlfriend's in the kitchen, and she's like, "What the hell is this?" I'm trying to be cute. It's a bakery. "Where did you get all this cake?" I said, "Baby, the people at the show brought it." "Are you gonna eat all of it?" "Eventually. I'm not gonna do it in one hit, you know, freaking 2 hours later. Clear. How do you know someone isn't trying to poison you? With cake? Are you serious? It's like you live by the cake, you die by the cake, you know? No. So, we're going back and forth, right? We wake up Frankie, and Frankie walks into the kitchen at 3 o'clock in the morning, and he's all, "What's going on?" "Where did all the cake come from?" "The people at the show brought it." "Tell them I said thank you." "I'll tell them you said thank you, Frankie." "Gabriel, how come they bring you cake?" "Because 10 years ago I did a joke where I said, I love chocolate cake. Now people bring me cake." "You should say you love Transformers." "I'll start doing it, all right?" So my girl's like, "Baby, put Frankie to bed." I go, "Frankie, you gotta go back to sleep." "Want some cake?" "Yeah." So I grabbed one of these tiny cakes that somebody brought me, one of those little tiny ones that has the plastic cover and the sticker on the side, and I handed it to him. I go, "Here." He goes, "A little piece?" I go, "Dude, it's a small cake. You could have the whole thing." And the look that came over his face at 3 o'clock in the morning was like he got a gift from God. Because I said, "Here," and he was like, "Oh, Take it to your room. I went to go take him to school the next morning. He's in the bathroom crying. "Hey, are you okay?" "My stomach." "Your stomach? Too much cake?" "Yeah." "Was it good?" "Hell yeah." "I'll see you in the car." 20 minutes later, he comes to the car and he's all sweaty. "You all right? What happened?" "I blew it up." Get in the car. I get him to school 45 minutes late. And usually when I drop him off, you guys, I leave him on the side of the school, and they have like a drop-off zone with cones and a supervisor to make sure that your kid gets off safely. When you're 45 minutes late, there's nobody there. So I left him in front of the school. And apparently that's a no-no. You're not supposed to do that. I didn't know, you know. Go for it. "I'm not supposed to. I know, dude. Just go. You're late. Go." Out of nowhere, here comes the principal. And I know it's the principal because he's like, "It's the principal. It's the principal. It's the principal. It's the principal." I'm like, "Dude, relax. I'm 30. I don't give a damn." Here comes the principal. Sir, this is not the designated drop-off area. Please take your child to the other side of the school. You cannot leave him here." I was like, "Watch this."
Señora, no sé lo que está diciendo. Estoy dejando a mi hijo aquí. Aquí va a la escuela. Su mamá no se levantó. Yo no sé qué está pasando.
That's how you do it, homeboy. That's how you do it. That principal was amazing because she was like,
"Usted no puede dejar su hijo aquí. Saca la vuelta a la otro lado de la escuela. Allá sí, sí, aquí no, no. Allá sí, sí, aquí no, no. Yo no soy pendeja."
I am super excited, you guys. Let me tell you, this is our 19th year coming to Chicago, okay? 19 years. The first time I came here, I got a chance to meet some people, and they says, you know what, Gabriel, have you ever been here? Have you ever been to Chicago? Like, no, it's my first time. They said, well, you know, we'd like to take you out to eat if you're down. And I'm like, well, hello. I am very down. They took me to a restaurant called Portillo's. You heard of it? So we get there, and it was very, very good. The hot dogs were delicious. I had a chicken chop salad. It was amazing. Had a beef dip, really, really good. But it wasn't until the meal was almost over that these new friends of mine said, we'd like for you to try something you might not have ever had before. And I'm like, that's not likely. I said, well, what is it you want me to try? And they said, well, they sell a thing here at Portillo's called a chocolate cake shake. I said, you had me at chocolate. They said, well, you got to go up to the special window and you got to order it from the lady. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I get up and I walk over to the lady and she's like, can I help you? I say, yes, my friends are telling me that I need to try this thing called a chocolate cake shake. Okay, what size would you like? How good is it? You want a large. All right, can I please have a large chocolate cake shake? No problem. There I pay. And she turns around. She turns around and she walks over to this little refrigerator that's on the counter. And she opens it up and she pulls out a piece of chocolate cake. And I'm thinking to myself, she must misunderstood what I said. I didn't ask for a piece of chocolate cake. I asked for a chocolate cake shake. She must have heard what I was thinking because she's walking by and she's like, it's gonna happen. She walks over to the blender, she takes the freaking lid off, and she just looks at me and does this. And I was like, no. And she's like, oh yeah. She pours it and she hands me this like 44-ounce chocolate shake, which is way more than anybody should be drinking. The straw was so thick you could almost fit your thumb in it, okay? So I grab the shake and I begin to attempt to drink it. So I'm just, and I can see the shake coming out. And it hit, and then all of a sudden, woo! And that's another thing that's changed, you guys. My son Frankie is now 18 years old and 1 week away from graduation. Yeah. You guys are clapping, but he's not leaving. I've already asked him, I said, Frankie, what do you want to do with your life? Have you thought about college? Just now. I'm like, Frankie, you do realize that all you need to do is get accepted. I tell a lot of jokes. I will pay for your entire college education no matter where you want to go. As long as you get accepted. What do you think about that? I say, you know, if you want to go to school in California, we'll make it happen. You want to go to school out of state, we'll make it happen. I said, hell, I'll even do one of those international programs. You know, the ones where you give them one of your children and then they give you one of their children? What is it called when you kid swap? Thank you, sorry. That's right, exchange. Some of you are like, that's called human trafficking. Different program. I would love to do an exchange program with my son, but don't give me a regular kid. If I'm gonna do an exchange program, give me a kid from like a hardcore third world country so that he appreciates all the basic things most American children take for granted. That's why I say, give me little Tombutu. Give me Tombutu. I would love Tombutu, and Tombutu would love me.
Mr. Fluffy,
Yes, Tombutu.
I was wondering, what time do we go to sleep?
You go to sleep whenever you like. This is your room. We sleep next door. All of this is for Tombutu? Yes, all of this is for Tombutu.
In my village, 2 families sleep in an area this big.
Well, here in America, one big-ass Mexican kid sleeps right here. Enjoy. And then I would take him to like IHOP or Denny's and let him order whatever he wants and just watch him lose it. You know?
This is the Thanksgiving I heard of. Thank you, Mr. Fluffy. Thank you. If there is anything Tombutu can do for you, please tell me anything.
Can you help me take out the trash?
For you, I will eat the trash.
Meanwhile, my son's on the other side of the world on top of an elephant trying to get Wi-Fi.
I'm gonna bring up the next guy come up. This guy coming up, you may have seen him on Make Me Laugh, Comedy Central. He's been on this show that you see called Funny. Give a big round of applause for Gabriel Iglesias.
All right, what's up? An overweight Latino with energy. What's going on? Oh man, real quick, I gotta do a quick check. Do we have any cholos in the audience tonight? Had to be Woody, huh? You know, I believe you too. As much as you've been talking tonight, you're probably one of those cholos who back in the days used to f*** quinceañeras, huh? You go atrás, borracho. You wake up in the pool later. No, man, hey, in all honesty, check this out, you guys. I do have a problem with cholos. I do. Because those file the big clothes. You're laughing, but that's my pain. I'm serious. Do a drive-by. I don't care, but leave the big and tall stores alone. Well, I'm thinking every time I want to go to, get some pants for a job interview, I'll show up at a store all excited. I buy some pants. And then I'm gonna buy some. I'll walk in the store, right? I'll ask the guy at the counter, excuse me, sir, do you have any khakis, size 5230? I got a job interview. I'm so sorry, my friend. Little Spider and Woody bought the last pair. Hey, and who is Little Spider? Who? Este cabrón aquí, aquí está pinche Little Spider, So, who is fucking Little Spider? And he goes home and he buys these big ass pants, and what does he do with them? He takes them home, puts them on a giant ironing board, and folds them and creases them. Dude puts so many folds and so many creases in his pants. When he stands sideways, that looks like mini blinds. Man, a lot of things happening. Like everyone said, my name is Gabriel Iglesias. I know what you guys are wondering, right?
Where's Julio?
¿Verdad? Are you related to Julio? Ladies, you better believe it. Trust me, after a 12-pack and a shot of tequila, I look a lot like Julio. After 3 shots, I could pass for Enrique. I'm not lying, you're laughing, but check this out. We'll wind up in 3 hours in the backseat of your car, encuerados. You'll be talking about, ay, Enrique. I'll be like, yeah, cabrona, enamorado por primera vez. Straight up, the next day she'll be telling her friends, I was with Enrique. Her friends that weren't drinking that night will be like, no, you weren't. You were with El Gordito.
I look forward to problems. I like problems because if there's problems, Frankie and I can work on it together to find a solution, right? And I see that as a great form of bonding. Now, don't get me wrong, you guys. Sometimes it's expensive. Yeah, you're laughing. Let me tell you. Like one time they took his iPhone from school and he comes home and he's all devastated, right? He's like, Dad, I gotta talk to you. I'm like, what? Tell me what? They stole my phone. I'm like, that's why you're talking. And I started laughing. He goes, it's not funny. I go, you have no idea how funny it is. I go, so what happened, Frankie? So they broke into my locker at school and they took my iPhone, they took my friend's iPhone, and if we go to the school right now, we can fill out a report. We know exactly who did it. Can we go to the school right now? I go, listen, Frankie, I'd love to, but I'm really, really tired. I just got off a flight, and I guess, I'm really, really tired. I promise you tomorrow morning I'll take you early, I'll help you fill out the report, and we'll turn it in. Can we go right now? I go, Frankie, seriously, please, tomorrow. I need my phone. I go, listen, Frankie, you can handle one day without your phone. He's not getting his way. So he turns around and he yells at the ground and he goes, they took my phone! I looked at him and said, hey, you took my freedom. You don't hear me screaming. I just accept it and process it and we move on. That's it. So then he asks, what's gonna happen? I go, well, I'm gonna go upstairs, take a shower, and probably go to bed. No, what's gonna happen if I don't get my phone back? I go, that's a good question, Frankie. I don't know. You're not gonna get me a new one? No, dude, I already got you a phone. It was your responsibility to take care of that phone. It's not fair. I go, life's not fair, Frankie, okay? But things happen. You should get me a phone. Dude, seriously? And then he looks at me and he says, and this kind of messed with me, he goes, you should get me a phone. It's nothing for you to get me a new phone. It's nothing for you to get me a new phone. Bay Area, my son thinks that what I do is easy. He thinks it's easy because all he sees when he attends 1 or 2 shows per year is that I walk out on stage, you guys start chanting, and then cool shit magically appears in his room. He doesn't realize that this is actually a job and there's sacrifice that comes along with it. So I told him, I said, listen, Frankie, how about this? How about you explain to me why I should get you a new phone? And if it makes sense, I'll do it right now. Go. I need one. I said, no, Frankie, you're a teenager. You don't need a phone. A cell phone for a teenager isn't a necessity. It's a luxury, okay? It's not a necessity. It's a luxury. He says, what if there's an emergency? I go, like what? Someone taking your phone? What did you do today when they took your phone? I went to the cafeteria and I talked to my friend Angel and he let me use his phone and I called my mom and I go, and guess what? If that doesn't work, you can go to the office and let them know there's a family emergency. Please contact my mom or my dad. Next, what if you need to get a hold of me? I know what school you go to. What about when I'm walking home? I know the route that you take. And then he pulled this one out, one of the greatest lines ever. You know what? You talk a lot about me on TV. People know who I am now. What if someone tries to kidnap me? I said, you weigh 225. Good luck. They are not kidnapping your ass without an iPhone and a box of Oreos. That's the only way that's gonna happen. I said, Frankie, do you realize how lucky you are? You had a phone. I didn't have a phone in school. Your mom didn't have a phone in school. If we needed to make a phone call, we had to carry change or we had to call collect. What's that? Oh my God. Trying to explain the concept of a collect call to my kid is like trying to explain rocket science. He'll never have to deal with it. He'll never know what it's like to be out late somewhere and have to use a phone. First of all, to find a payphone. If you see a payphone now, you look at it like, oh wow, they forgot to take it down. Get your camera, take a picture, because that's gone. Take a picture. He'll never know about staying out late at night and having to use one of those nasty phones and taking off that receiver. You know, the nasty one that has gum and gonorrhea all over it, right? And you got to keep it far away from your face so you don't get infected. And then you make that phone call. You know that freaking, when you make a collect call back in the day, it was expensive. He's not going to have to do that now. Back in the day, if you made a collect call, it was a mission. It was a mission and it was expensive. If you called my mom collect, it better have been life or death. Or that's what it was gonna be. You call my mom back in the day, shoot, we were on welfare and Section 8. Every penny counted. You call her up, hello? And then she get the presentation.
AT&T. Do you accept a collect call from caller? At the tone, say only your name.
You had to get creative. Mom, it's me, pick me up at 7-Eleven, 6 I love you, bye.
Do you accept the charges? Hell no, I'm on my way, mijo.